My husband and I got involved with Ray of Hope when our daughter was diagnosed with cancer. We were still able to put food on the table. However, we met so many families that didn't have that privilege and were living under huge constraints and really struggling to make ends meet. And so when people asked us, well, what can we do to help you? We knew that the most meaningful thing that people could do was to help other people in the situation.
May of 2017, I was getting out of a shower and I felt a lump. I just thought, no big deal, you know, women have lumpy bumpies all the time. And then a week later, I felt it again when I was putting lotion on after a shower. So I decided to go get it checked out, and they didn't even wait for the biopsy. The radiologist just put her hand right on my leg. She knew what she was looking at. She just said, Sarah, you've got breast cancer. You get this chemo and then you kind of recover from it, and then you get it. And every time it was harder and harder, and it got to the point where walking 2 blocks, my heart rate would hike. So I just was in bed all of the time. So we really were struggling. It was like a month or less, and I got a check from Ray of Hope, which was huge because we couldn't pay our mortgage without it. Having one less thing to stress out about for us to be able to pay the mortgage that month, they were so quick to respond to our need and see that we were in a desperate situation. It made you feel not so alone to have one less thing, especially a financial thing, because we all know that that's scary and hard. Just to have that taken care of was a huge, huge, huge gift. They do give you a ray of hope, quite literally. You realize that you're not alone, and that there's people that have such huge hearts and compassion and want to do something to impact your life. And I know it's just money, but that's a way that you can feel very, very supported and not so scared during the scariest time of your life.
You get this diagnosis, and then cancer comes into the house and changes everything. And suddenly there are financial pressures that really before this happened, no one was really feeling. Cancer turns your world upside down. The costs of cancer care are skyrocketing, and so many people that are really on the edge and living between making decisions between treatment or food, being able to pursue their cancer care, or having a car, having a roof over their head, caring for their family. So when our daughter Willa died, we wanted not just help a few families, but be able to help families for years to come. So we created the Willa Fisher Fund to honor Willa and her memory, to ensure that families, especially with children, were able to provide for the family. They could maybe take a little time to be with their children while going through this, and to somehow try to make the world a little better place for a lot of other families.
So Ray of Hope Cancer Foundation receives around 170 applications each month that are actually all eligible. People from wanting to request from food, transportation, and housing. Unfortunately, out of those 170 applications, we're only granting 100 applicants a month. So a typical eligible applicant, they're a Colorado resident, they're currently in treatment, and they clearly show that their expenses outweigh their income. When Ray of Hope is unable to fund someone's treatment, it means that we're actually jeopardizing their ability to access or continue treatment.
Over the course of the last 20 months, Ray of Hope Cancer Foundation has received a 30% increase in applicants. Throughout the state of Colorado, we receive requests for funding from 346 different cancer centers and oncology offices in every corner of the state. A 30% increase in applicants means that there are more people in Colorado that are going to go without support for things like food, transportation, and housing. You can help. You can help us. And so this evening, I am asking you if you would consider giving your treasure to Ray of Hope Cancer Foundation to help us support Colorado cancer patients in need.